lovely spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scariest Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace, and this is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And we're going to be sharing your homegrown horrors with you today.
Indeed we are. I'm excited. If you hear some barking in the background, someone just knocked on our door like right when we were about to start the podcast, so that is exactly why. But thank you to everyone who is listening, and thank you to everyone who is watching us live at youtube.com/scaryish and twitch.tv/scaryish podcast. We always appreciate the folks who decide to participate with us live, and it's really fun. Wednesdays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every single week, except for next week, because that's going to be Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because Robin and I got last-minute invites to E3, so it's been kind of crazy because we scheduled the Winchester Mystery House meetup. By the way, there's still tickets available if you want to meet us on Sunday, June 9th, which is this Sunday. For June 9th, we're like, cool, that's good. Then we realized, oh no, that's the weekend before E3, and then we got invited to the Bethesda event, which is in LA. At the exact same time, we're going to be doing the Winchester Mystery House meetup. So we're like, the spooky friends are more important. Yeah. And then we booked all our accommodations and our flight back to Vegas. And then like 2 days ago, we got invited to E3. So now we got to figure out our way back to LA after going to San Jose, then back to Vegas. It's going to be a very busy week. The point of the story is that you'll see us on Thursday instead. Shout out to Jamie Boone, who just subscribed for the 5th month.
Thank you so much.
We really, really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who has followed us. We have a lot of new people in the chat, and it's super exciting to see. So thank you for joining us, all you first-timers.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's great. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Let us know what you think of the stories, and then obviously participate in chat. The chat kind of goes off on its own thing while we're reading a lot of times, and you guys talk about the craziest shit, but it's a really fun time, so we encourage you to do it. And like Robin said, we're going to be reading your stories, which are called homegrown horrors. Robin, what's a homegrown horror?
So homegrown horrors are these paranormal, supernatural, spiritual, sleep paralysis, sleepwalking, coincidental, hilariously, horrifyingly coincidental stories that you folks email us, message us, send us, that we're able to share with the rest of our spooky friends. So it's pretty cool.
We really appreciate that you... I'm just twisting it. You throw me off now. Thanks for that. We really appreciate that you folks choose to share those with us. And if you'd like to do so, go to scarish.com and click on Contact Us. You can submit that form that way, and it comes directly to us. You can also go to facebook.com/scarishpodcast. You can tweet at us at scarishpod, or Instagram message us, which is at scarishpodcast. So we look forward to it. And 143am just hosted us, so thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much.
Hosting basically means their channel is now displaying what we're doing, so that's super cool of you, and we truly do appreciate when folks do that. So Thank you, 143am. I got to say... So the last month in Vegas, the month of May, was like we actually had spring. We had rain, we had cold wind, we had weather that wasn't just hot. But like as soon as June hit, holy balls, has it been hot. It was like 105 today driving home from work.
It's hot.
This room is so hot. I'm going to sweat balls this whole episode.
And I'm in a sweater.
So it's going to be a little bit rough. So for those of you listening.
My nose is already sweating.
Right? I can just feel it on my forehead. It's going to be so shiny. So for those of you listening, you're not going to notice anything. But for those of you watching, you're going to be like, is he going to die by the end of the show? So hopefully not. We didn't decide who's going to go first before the show. So do you want to go first or do you want me to?
I'll go first because my first one is going to be incredibly short. So we can go to mine, go straight into yours. It'll be great.
Cool. We have a couple of them that are going to be short this episode too. So just be prepared for that.
All right. So this one is from Kitty. And the subject is the fan that got away. I don't know if it means fan, like blowing air fan, or if it's fan. We'll find out.
I'm sure we're about to find out.
Hello. So here's my paranormal experience, or another one of my paranormal experiences. And this took place at my grandparents' house, which is a really old house in the Philippines. When I was in middle school, me and two friends were asleep in the living room one night when I woke up feeling really cold. So I decided to turn off the fan. It was really dark, so as I was reaching out to turn it off, I realized that it was not even on, and it wasn't a fan. It was a freaking child standing in the corner of the couch now in front of me. I almost touched it because I thought it was a fan.
I like that it says it. That's so funny.
It smiled at me like the Momo smile, which for those that are going to be watching this later, Momo is a meme during this time period.
Oh yeah, you're dating this now for people who might be listening to this in the future that are like, what's Momo?
It's just this meme of a creepy looking statue someone made.
Some artist made it, yeah.
It was like pointy face, big eyes.
It became a thing because people were saying like, someone made this thing and put it into YouTube videos and it's convincing kids to kill themselves, when it was almost 100% fake. Yeah. And it was just like the snake eating its own tail, like the fear being spread by people who didn't even know. So there you go. We've time-stamped this now.
Yep. So it smiled at me like a Momo smile and then ran away. I screamed my shit out. Friends woke up and didn't see the kid, and it was really scary. Thanks, guys.
Wow.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Yeah, seriously, that's creepy as shit. Like, it wasn't. I thought you were gonna be like, it was a kid in the corner going like, "Ooh," and oscillating.
But maybe it was cold because
the kid was there.
It was a ghost.
Yeah, could be, or it could just be some creepy child wander into your house, which is kind of worse. Let's be real.
I don't know.
So it's hard to really tell there. Okay, quick shout outs. Shout out to Georgina Moreno, who just subscribed on YouTube. Shout out to that kid Carlos Vlogs, who just subscribed on YouTube. Shout out to this Gray Coast, who just resubscribed for the 4th month over on Twitch.
Thank you so much.
And shout out to Jangmi, who just hosted us as well on their personal channel. Thank you so much for that. You guys are amazing. We love all of you. So because that was short, do you want me to roll into mine?
Yeah, just roll into yours.
Okay, I can do that. So my first one subject is homegrown. And it starts out like this. Hi, you two and listeners. Hello.
Hello.
And all the listeners, just shout out hello wherever you are right now. I'm glad I found this podcast via Spotify. Shout out to Spotify. After I was done with We're Alive from podcast 1, I was desperate to find something else scary, fictional or not. Anyway, it's been only a couple of weeks since I discovered the Scarish podcast and still have so many episodes to listen to.
Yay for backlogs.
Right? However, this has inspired me to submit a couple of stories. Good. I'm glad. They are short, and I have a longer one I will submit later that is a bit heavier, and I have to reach out to my brother for his permission first. That's another thing, too. We always encourage you to send stories that might be friends or families, but, like, kind of get their permission, too, if it's, like, very personal details. If it's just something that was, like, spooky, you don't really need to worry about it, but if it's something that's, like, might be deeply personal, bless you. If it's something that might be deeply personal, then definitely, like, check with them first to see if it's cool to talk about it. Like, I've done that a couple of times. So the email continues. Anyways, the first one is when I was a little girl. I was outside in the yard playing. We had 3.5 acres. It's a lot of land.
That is a lot of land.
I grew up on 1 acre, so that's 3.5 times bigger than the land I grew up on.
Yeah, we only had like a quarter. I think we had like 0.25 or something,
wow.
And I can't imagine having 3. That's
right?
insane.
This is 3.5. But I wasn't far from our back sliding glass door when I heard a little girl, I'm guessing around my age, say hello right next to me. It's probably the same child from the first story. I looked around and no one was there. I, being shocked and scared, booked it to the back door and back into my house. I never heard anything again. Sometimes I wonder if it was a spirit who was lonely and trying to reach out to a fellow young child. Who knows? I don't know. I have phantom noises sometimes, and I just tell myself I'm going crazy. And I think when you get older, like sometimes you just tell yourself, like, oh, I must be going crazy or I must have heard something. Because like sometimes you hear someone say your name or you hear someone call out to you, and then you're like, oh, there's nothing there. Or you ask someone, like, did you call me? And they're like, no. And you're like, oh, I must be going crazy. Maybe it's something else, but you don't really like to think about that, especially the older you get. You're just like, oh, it's nothing, no big deal.
Sometimes I hear music, but not like contemporary music, like old school music.
Is it like brah?
No.
Brah? That means you're about to get the kick, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's about to pull you out, which
I would be okay with.
I would
Joseph
too.
Gordon-Levitt pulling me out, hottie hottie boom balati.
True story. A friend of the show, Mike, who I absolutely love. He has met Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He has some of his music on one of the albums Joseph Gordon-Levitt produced. I don't know. It's just super cool. I love Mike, and it's such a good story. So, okay, I'm going to keep going, though. The second one. I was laying in my bed, all cozy under my covers with Candyman playing. Haha. Shout out to
like
Oscar
Gwen
Bello.
Stefani?
Candyman, I'm guessing the movie. Shout out to Oscar Bello over on YouTube who subscribed, and shout out
Aguilera. Never mind.
Shout out to Shade Siren who followed over on Twitch. The lights were on though. I didn't make it that far into the movie when I felt a hand touch my thigh under the covers. I jumped out and I freaked out and jumped out of the bed and stopped the movie and haven't even tried to finish it since then.
I would freak out, dude.
Yeah, I love scary horror movies, but I still don't want to watch this movie. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Keep on creeping on. Stay awesome. Much love, Emily. P.S. You may read this on the podcast if you choose. It's a pretty good thing to put a little bit higher, but that's okay. My mom totally read this and checked it, so thank you for sending that. Totally appreciated it. I don't know if I would... I think it's because of the content of that if you felt a hand touch your thigh, you're like, never again. I wonder if you were watching a comedy, if you would kind of just brush it off.
If it's in the dark too, I would think like, is it an intruder trying to like grab me?
And you're like underneath your covers in your bed. Shout out to 6 Foot Panda who just subscribed over on YouTube. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you for joining us.
It's a little confusing between Twitch and YouTube because a subscription is on Twitch is
equal to a follow on...
Right.
Oh, yeah. No. A follow on Twitch equals a subscription on YouTube.
Right.
Yes. Because like YouTube has these crazy requirements where you have to have like 1,000 followers, like 4,000 hours streamed, and a bunch of other stuff, and at least a year of your channel before you can actually monetize in any way, shape, or form. And in the meantime, they just play ads all over your shit and collect for free for a year, unless you're like you blow the roof off of it, and then they just like wave that stuff really quickly. Twitch is different. Twitch is very like accommodating. They're like, if you do okay if 3 people watch you for a month, whatever, you can make some money. It's like really straightforward, and it's been like super, super helpful. But no matter what, thank you to everyone who has subscribed or
thank
followed
you so much.
wherever you're doing it at. We appreciate every single one of you. So yeah, those are two pretty good stories to start out. So thank you for sending those in. We appreciate it. Let's look over into stream chat and see what you folks had to say. I am sweating like a whore in church. It is bad right now, man. My back is a swamp.
I hate that saying.
Why?
Because it's just crass and inappropriate.
It's crass for sure, but we're an explicit podcast, so inappropriate is
but it's also offensive.
Is it offensive? Come
Yeah.
on. Okay, whatever. Sakura was first in the YouTube chat. She said, woo! And Karen also joined us. Jace, leave me alone is here. Jace says, yeet. I think that's funny. And then we had some first-timers jumping in. Christian Wolf says, first time in stream. That kid Carlos said, yeah, boy. Thank you for joining us. What do you got over there in Twitch?
A lot of people just saying hi. Shade Siren, sorry to hear about the loss of your Omen baby. That's always really hard to deal with, which reminds us that we have given...
We finally named the doll.
Yes, and it's going to be named after one of our friends.
You folks will know him. It's Ralph.
Yes.
Ralph, who joined us on our second like special guest episode ever. He had his Omen baby pass away. And I don't know how to pronounce his Omen baby's name. Did you figure it out?
No.
So it's either Pickies or Pikeys. I'm not sure which. Whichever one it is, that is what we're going to name the doll. Because Ralph, in fact, is the one who gave us the doll. And it only seems appropriate as a tribute because, I don't know, Ralph is a great guy, and the Omen baby was definitely incredibly special to him. And I think it's just the right match. And we asked him, you know, is this cool? Is it going to make you sad when you hear about it? Or is it going to be like a good tribute? And he said he thought it was perfect. So, yeah, we finally got a name. Yeah. Hooray.
Finally, now we have to name our actual mascot, so
right,
that'll be fun.
You know what you're going to name it? You're going to name it Adam because I'm going to die at some point while we're doing this, and we're just going to be like, whatever, just call it Adam.
All right. Shade Siren says, still catching up on the podcast, dying to know if they've watched Happy since Rob and Adam keep mentioning imaginary friends. I don't know what Happy is, so the answer would be no.
I have not watched it either.
Yeah.
I think I know what it is, but I don't want to say it because then I don't want to get made fun of.
Oh, okay, in case it's not right.
Yeah, Christian Wolf over on YouTube says, I made a story on the website about my experience with Slender Man and a ghost man at the same time. I will say when Slender Man stuff comes in, I don't picture Slender Man. I picture that dude with the top hat from The Haunting of Hill House. Like, that's the dude I see now instead of Slender Man, and it'll stick with me probably forever.
The guy with the bowler hat?
The bowler hat, yeah. He's just the creepiest character in that entire show.
Apparently it's one of the weirdest shows ever, so I guess we'll have to see.
Is that the one with the guy from Law and Order or whichever's cop show it was?
I don't know.
That kid Carla says, my mom is Blanca Bello 23 and she said she loves y'all.
Aww.
We love her too.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us too. We appreciate it.
And that's pretty much the end of my thing, so.
We got a lot of people saying that they love Blanca Bello as well.
And Carly says that's the one. So, I've never seen a trailer for it.
I've seen a trailer and he just looks like coked out of his mind. He's like wearing like a coat and then like no shirt. So I was like, I have no idea what the premise is for this show. So we have so much to watch in our backlog. I just wound up not watching it yet.
Cool.
We have a bunch of people. Anna says, everyone say hi to Matthias. He's watching with me. Hi, Matthias.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Kat says, lag or just me. Rose says, just you. That sucks. Just reboot it and hopefully it'll be okay. I've been looking down and it looks like the stream is running okay. Knock on wood. Don't want to fuck that up. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll talk about it on the episode. I don't want to interrupt it in the middle of stream chat because we have to talk about one thing in particular. Scrolling. Karen says, question of the week. If you could go back and change one thing in your own lifetime from the past, would you change anything? If so, what?
I would have stayed in school instead of taking a 7-year break to work.
I would probably not change anything. There's certain things that break my heart to not change, like friends getting hurt or things I could have done to prevent people from dying. But I'm very happy where I am, and it would have changed my life so significantly. I don't know if I'd be sitting right here right now. So it's hard to say that I would go back and change things. I'd probably go back and then just watch it happen and then just not change it. Like The Flash at the end of season 1, which is like one of the saddest fucking scenes in a TV show I've ever seen before.
Spoilers. If you haven't watched The Flash,
that's
whatever.
season 1 shit.
Yeah, but when he has to watch his mom
die as an adult after he had to watch it as a kid. So I'm scrolling a little bit. Christian says, I agree, Adam. I watched some of Happy. Oh, no. Karen says, I watched some of Happy. It was very intense. Anna also says, hi back from Matthias. So cool. I skipped over some stuff. No big deal.
What was the thing you were gonna say?
Okay, I'll mark it and then I'll put it in there. Okay, so before we move on to our next story, I did want to mention that one of my favorite episodes that we've ever done is the superstition episode. And we got to cover it again because there's so many superstitions that we just didn't hit, and so many people put amazing stuff in our Facebook group after that episode. And one of the things we brought up is like rituals before you fly. And Jennifer Aniston has her cross the threshold with the left foot, tap the plane twice with the right hand.
Yeah.
And she said it's always worked. And for those of you who follow the news, you know a couple of months ago, like her plane almost crashed with her and Courtney Cox on it. And so, like, I'm really curious. Like, I think she was on Ellen or something recently, and someone messaged us on Instagram, and it was about, like, who she called first or who she texted first while the plane was having problems.
Wasn't it?
I don't know who it was. But just thinking about that, I'm like, did someone ask her if she forgot to do it or if she did it the wrong way and screwed up a ritual? Because if she didn't do it, and it was, like, the first time she hadn't done it in forever, I feel that's just straight up superstition confirmed. And, like, we know what she needs to do to not crash on an airplane from now on, so who knows? All right, I'm one in. You are next, correct?
Yep.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right, so this next one goes a little something like this. So it goes exactly something like this. Hey, guys. Hey, my name's Britt, and I just found y'all about 3 weeks ago. Thank you, Spotify. I'm completely obsessed. I debated sending this in because should you choose to read it on the podcast, totally welcome to, but I have to admit, it's not as good as some of the other stuff that I've heard. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, don't ever feel bad about that. If you want to share, we definitely want to listen to it.
It'll be like 6 years before I actually hear it because I'm only on episode 16. You'd be surprised how fast you can get through all these episodes. But I wanted to write in and tell you that I think you're awesome, so I figured, why the hell not?
Thank you.
So a little backstory. Growing up, my mom and I were always super close. It's worth noting that she was a little cray-cray because that's what I say to tell people they're crazy too. I say cray-cray.
It's true. I've heard it quite a bit.
She was a little cray-cray because I was her only kid, and some suspected undiagnosed mental issues as well. So she was insanely overprotective of me, and truthfully, I always believed that she was my only real friend. My dad left her when I was like 24-ish because, again, sometimes she rode the crazy train, which only brought us closer as I still lived with her and we were really all each other had. So it was pretty horrific when we found out that she had cancer. Jeebus.
Oh, wow. That's
rough. The illness took her super quick. I think within a year of the first initial diagnosis, she was gone.
It's kind of crazy that we're reading this one because I just got done doing the toxic lady.
Yeah.
Gloria Ramirez, who passed away, and she had cervical cancer. And when I read about it, I was like, I don't want to get emotional, so I just want to give shout outs to some of the cancer survivors that I know. But like, it's just super sad, man. And it's definitely scary to think about. So
we think at some point during the last few weeks, she had a couple strokes, which left her confused and unable to communicate with us very well. But I will never forget the last coherent thing she said to me The last coherent thing she said to me was that she wanted to know I was going to be okay. She made me promise that I would be okay, and even though I thought it was the biggest fucking lie in the world, I told her that I would be. And it was maybe a week or two later that she was gone. I can still remember even now, almost 7 years later, sitting in the room with her when she took her last breath and screaming for her because she was gone. That is
really
hard.
Sad.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't know how I was going to get by, but even after passing away, she checks up on me. Two of the most prominent instances are as follows. It wasn't long after she passed away that I was sitting in my bedroom in the back of the house, dicking around online. I had pictures of the two of us on my computer desk, and while I was sitting there, I got the distinct impression that I wasn't alone. I glanced up, and I swear to God, I saw her reflection in the damn picture frame behind me. Which, looking back now, okay, fine, I know it was her, but at the time, I noped the fuck out of that room and eventually out of the house. Eventually out of the house as it was where she passed away. I need to L2 read. The next was when I was giving birth to my daughter. I will always remember laying in a hospital bed completely exhausted and totally over the whole thing when I smelled her near me. She always smelled like eternity perfume with a slight hint of cigarette smoke, and I just remember that so vividly from that night that I know she was there, helping to welcome her grandchild into the world. I suck at titles, and I also suck at closing out emails, so that's pretty much it. If you do decide to read this on the podcast, you're welcome to, and you're awesome. I'm sorry it's so long. If you don't, well, I don't fucking blame you, pals. This shit is rambly. Either way, thanks for being so awesome, and I can't wait to listen to more. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Britt. That was really personal.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool that people smell things sometimes, like memories, you know?
Memories, I think, are attached strongest to olfactory senses, which is your smell. Like, you can just remember, like, a place and a time just from sniffing, like, something that you smelled back during that time.
Right.
And I gotta say...
That's a really distinct smell, too.
I gotta say, Britt, I think you're a little bit of a liar here, because you said that it wasn't going to be good, and it's probably one of the best emails we ever got.
Yeah, it's really good.
So thank you for sending that, and I'm sure your mom is very proud of you.
That was just such a backhanded, like...
That's the only kind of compliments I give, so I hope you enjoyed it. Someone at my work the trainer used to say, like, it sucks, but most of the time in life, you can't really get something good without something bad, so everything's a slap and a kiss. So I subscribe to the slap and a kiss. So hope you enjoyed it. We definitely enjoyed reading your email, so thank you. Even though it's deeply personal, I think a lot of people really identify with stuff like this, and I think it's very important that people send stuff like this in. I really do, because, like, someone's going to hear this, and they're going to be going through that time, not to the point yet where they've been reminded or had an experience like that, and they won't feel as alone and like as empty. So seriously, thank you for sending that. We truly appreciate it. So cool. Let's look over into Stream Chat and see what you folks had to say.
I only have 2 things, and it's Christian Wolf says, I caught up on the entire podcast in a week and found this podcast a week and a day ago.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's pretty good.
And then Shade Siren says, I only get through 3 or 4 a day, which is still a lot. That's a big chunk of your day. So
either way,
thank you.
We appreciate it. Seriously, thank you so much for listening. Excuse me. I apologize for that.
And
so I was scrolling up because I skipped some stuff to get to the emails.
Oh, okay.
I skipped over Christian's response to something you would change if you go back and change something in your lifetime. Christian said, dating my ex. Because she cheated on me after 3 months of dating, and I spent about $400 on her during that dating time period.
$400 you never get back.
I was going to say.
It's
and
rough.
You probably got off cheap. Let's be real. Like, she could have burned through a bigger hole in your wallet while she was out hoeing it up.
I mean, I've dated quite a few people that I was like, no, man. Fuck my life.
I don't want to say much about your ex, Christian, but you probably sweats in church. That's all I'm saying. So.
Wow.
Boom!
Oh my
God. Fuck with my listeners. Okay, let's keep scrolling here. Kat says, my childhood self-esteem or lack thereof. That's hilarious. I think I kind of chilled out after like 7th grade. My grandfather died, and that changed me forever. Like, it changed my personality significantly, especially in public and around new people. And I wish I would have realized it without something so sad happening. It's like, you don't need to be nervous. Like, everything's going to be okay, and who gives a shit if people are judging you? Like, I really feel that way. Shout out to 777 who resubscribed for the 4th month.
Thank you so much.
Very much appreciate it. I didn't shout it out when you did it because we just found out that person died from cancer, and I was like, be super fucking awkward if I say this right after that.
Just to let you folks know, now the basic subscriptions have 2 emotes. I'm going to work on designing on the 3rd one. That won't be available until we hit like a certain benchmark. And then there are new tiers for subscriptions. So there's like a $5 tier, a $10 tier, and then a $25 tier. And if you guys want to look through the subscriptions for Twitch, there are new emotes for all the tiers. So if you want to take a look, I really like I know I made it for the $25 tier, but I really like that tier's emotes because they're freaking cute.
It's funny.
But yeah, so just if you guys want to take a look, if you guys are on YouTube, twitch.tv/scarishpodcast. I really like the new emotes I made. And I'm working on some new Patreon exclusive merch that I'm going to put out for the new season because it's summer.
That's why I'm sweating so much right now.
But
Taylor over on YouTube says, superstition I used to have when I was little. I thought I had to wear this cat beanie I loved every night or else I would have nightmares. That's adorable. Karen says, I'm freaking out. Bathtubs are reverse boats. IKEA is Legos for adults. Our fingers have fingertips, but our toes don't have toe tips, yet we still tiptoe. Those are all really... Excuse me. Those are all really good. Thank you for sharing those with us to blow our goddamn mind.
I shared some dad jokes today, and I was surprised that people didn't know them. And I was just like, what? There's no way you guys don't know these. I mean, it might not be dad jokes, but they're just funny, silly jokes. Like the what's Bruce Lee's favorite drink one.
Water.
Or what's Mario's favorite fabric.
Denim.
And So I shared those at work today, and I was very surprised that people.
You were just killing it, weren't
before.
you? You were just getting rafflecopters all day.
I'm an official member of the Dad Joke Club.
Nice.
So
you've done good work. That's your biggest achievement, I think, of your life. None of the other things that you've achieved. Scrolling down, Anna says, my sister swears that she smelled our grandparents' house when she came home last night.
That's cool.
That is cool. Kat said over there to the sender, I've got the feels. My mom battled cancer when I was away at college. That just connects so deeply to so many people.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, I'm so glad that they actually sent it. I really am.
Shade Siren asks, how are you two still real and amazing as you were at the beginning? Like, you haven't gotten jaded by all the people that listen and love you guys? I'm really blown away. And it's my answer to that is that we're real people. Yeah. Just like you guys. And
I'm wearing this not because I want to look stylish. I came home from my job at the fucking bank. So
this is what I wear to work too.
Yeah.
Woo!
High five. Hopefully my pits aren't all sweaty. Oh my God, they are. Look at it.
Ew.
Holy shit.
Gross.
I'm not going to try and hide it. I'm not going to be shamed. I sweat. I'm a man. That's what we do. I'm sweating because I thought about working out. That's just enough for me.
Yeah, and I mean, we go to work. We go to school. I mean, I go to school. We do the same thing all of you guys do.
The only difference is on Wednesdays, Mondays, and Sundays, we dedicate
we research
a chunk of time to research or reading your guys' emails.
But you guys just make it fun. And it's like we made all these friends that we wouldn't have made otherwise, which is really cool. I met all these people we had no idea lived in the same town. Yeah. That are friends with our friends, and it's just really cool. So
it's been a super cool experience, and I think the reason that we keep going is because we have so many people supporting us. Like every now and then you get someone who trolls you or someone who's gonna shit on you a little bit, and
that hurts us because I'm very fragile. But
we have delicate egos, but I think we've learned to try to focus on the positive stuff. So
Trip 7 says we all know Adam's not wearing pants though.
I'm wearing shorts.
Which he's actually wearing shorts today.
Yeah. I'm totally upfront. You guys know I have no shame. I'm wearing tidy whities. And I was like, it's going to be sweating so much when the show's over. If I have like a little streak on my butt at the end, like Robin will never let me hear the fucking end of it.
Oh, I've already found tread marks, man. What are the skid marks? Whatever they're called.
Skid marks, okay? And like sometimes shit happens, like literally.
Get it? Haha.
So, okay. Emma's over there, says hi, you guys.
Hello
let's get back
to the Snarked and Captain Fake Eye for joining us as well.
Christian says, one scary small thing that happened to me. Yesterday I was biking and listening to the Toxic Woman episode when Adam started talking about the nurse passing out. I flew off my bike and almost hit a car. Holy shit. I'm glad you're okay. The thing is about my ex. I made a personal scrapbook for her, bought her a diamond necklace with her sapphire stone with the engrave of I love you to the moon and back. Aw. Sometimes it's just like not meant to be.
Yeah.
Kiana says, finally I get to see you guys, in parentheses, even if it's for a little bit. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, God. Karen says, what does Pink Panther say when he steps on an ant?
What is it?
I don't think they've posted the answer yet. How could you keep us in suspense like this?
I need to know. What does the Pink Panther say?
I don't know.
Well, how does the theme song go? Maybe.
That's all I'm going to do. I don't want a copyright strike.
Well, I wonder if it has to do with that joke. I don't know. Anyway. I think it's your turn to read.
It is my turn to read. We're going to have to wait for the answer until we come back. Okay. Going to go ahead and mark that. This is hilarious. I don't see him in here either. Oh, no. Who? Akbar.
Why?
Because this is Akbar's email.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Well, he'll see it later. Or
he will see it later. He'll hear
hopefully.
It later. I think he's in the middle of finals right now or some like horrible evaluation.
Oh, my gosh. So. Glitch says dead ant.
Dead ant? Dead ant?
Oh, my gosh.
Pretty good.
Darn it.
All right. So, stop hitting the desk.
Sorry.
I was like, what are these tremors on this audio for? And I just realized you were bumping it. Okay. So, I'm going to move on into my second one. And this one subject is Story from a Dear Friend from the Philippines. And it is from the name, the following, Al-Wahhabib Akbar. Pretty sure I fucked up your first name because I always call you Akbar. First of his name, heir to the Mughal Empire and teacher of children, which is just the best name we've had since we started this podcast. Shout out to Chessicat98 who just resubscribed for the 9th month. It's amazing how much, the 8th month, and we appreciate all the support. And the email starts out like this. Hello, Adam and Robin. Hello.
Hello.
Robin's over there reading stream chat.
Sorry, I'm like reading chat at the same time.
You're trying to figure out what the answer is to all these like dad jokes we're getting in stream chat right now.
Thank you, Captain Fake Eye, for subscribing.
Shout out to Captain Fake Eye who just subscribed with Amazon Prime. Robin, go ahead before I get into the email and tell people if they have an Amazon Prime account, how they can give us free money.
All right. If you folks have an Amazon Prime account or you have your parents' Amazon Prime account, you know they're not going to join Twitch, right? So you take their Amazon Prime account, link your Twitch to their Amazon Prime account, and then you get a free Twitch subscription to whatever channel you guys want every 30 days. And hopefully you guys will choose us to be that subscription. If you go to twitch.amazon.com, pretty sure, it'll show you guys all the steps. You get a bunch of cool stuff with Twitch Prime. It's
If you
great.
play video games, you get a ton of free shit with Twitch Prime, like free skins, free maps.
I mean, I've gotten free Overwatch loot boxes and stuff like that. So,
and it's literally just free. You just got to connect things, and then if you join us once a month, you can just click on subscribe. It gives us 5 of Amazon's dollars. Doesn't cost you a thing. So it's good stuff. All right.
So go do that.
I'm going to go ahead and jump into this email, and it continues. Been listening for a while now, and this will be the first story I send, though I'm sad that it won't be my own. I'm actually writing this while I'm watching a current live stream, April 4th, different time zone. What's the smiling for?
I just like tapping you.
Oh, like she's tapping me, and to me that means that I need to do something or be aware of something. So, okay. I'm going to mark that so I can take it out because it's just weird. I was like, something like dangerous is happening right now, or there's like trolling going on. Watching a current live stream, April 4th, different time zone. Let's begin. I'm pretty sure when we start at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Akbar, it's 9 a.m. So that's dedication. Onwards from now.
The sun is up here, too. I mean, right now. At 7 o'clock, it's strange.
Yeah. Onwards from now, this will be the story my friend told me. And he puts it in quotes. I was around 6 or 7 years old, playing in my room, and all was normal. The time of day was close enough to sunset, but still quite bright outside. Also, I was alone in the house while my family was in the secondary kitchen. Secondary kitchen. I need one of those.
Sounds fancy.
Right? Then I heard a sound in between a psst and lips popping like it didn't say like this. I just wanted to do it because it's fun.
Maybe
under my
do
bed.
Like lips popping and then a psst, like a psst.
Like
this
that.
sounds like Between the Lions right now.
I feel like I'm about to start freestyling if I keep doing it.
Oh, wooka wooka.
So this noise is coming from under his bed. Being a moron, I go to check it out. I look under the bed and then, in parentheses, it says he took a long pause. He met all of our gazes.
I was like, what?
Also, side tangent space here in like a mark. We're not going to take that side tangent. Side note, he is regarded as a great speaker. I often use him as an example to my students. And now we're going to get to the result. Nothing. There was nothing under the bed. I shrugged it off then. Again, this time from the closet, I follow after it again, and again, there is nothing. Then again I hear it, this time down the hall. Oh God, it's leading you somewhere.
No.
Down the hall. I go outside, but this time, as soon as I was in the hall, it sounded again in the living room, then outside, then under the car, then in a nearby tree. Then finally the bodega, in parentheses, in my language it means shed.
No.
I'm sorry I had to translate this to English, no worries. This time I was afraid, really afraid of the bodega. The thing is, why did the door open when I looked at it? Oh, I got cold chills and it's like 90 degrees in this room.
If things are like moving on their own, as soon as you look at it, it's a horror movie. You're in a horror movie and you need to do everything the people in the horror movies do. Like the opposite of what they do because you don't want to die because that's horrible. Don't do it.
Excuse me. So basically, if this wasn't a pop and a psst, it would be a red balloon, like leading him to this bodega, because this is straight up like it.
Yeah.
So,
like leading to the haunted, that big, huge abandoned house. Yeah.
It finishes out with, "Sorry, I'm not good at writing things from memory. I think you did pretty well. Thanks for reading. You can share on the podcast. I love the podcast, and I love that Adam has a job. Oh, thank you.
Aww.
Me too. Smiley face, and I'm gonna try and say this right. I've said it before. I was practicing before the show because I saw it was a sign off. Assalamu alaikum. So yeah,
Aww,
I think I nailed that. So
I think it's alaikum.
I think it's alaikum. All I know is I fucked up your first name, and I apologize for that, Akbar. But thank you for sending that in. That was really fucking good. It gave me cold chills in a really hot room. So that's really, really creepy. Right on.
Sounds good. Sweet. No, I'm pretty sure that was was that his name or was that just a sign out, like a greeting?
That's how I like to say farewell.
Oh, sweet. Cool.
Yeah. Fun stuff. I thought you were going to say something about the story.
No.
All right, let's look over into Stream Chat and see what you folks had to say. I have so much medicine in me right now, but I keep getting this tickle in the back of my throat if I talk too much.
I just want
to I apologize for coughing.
I just want to make sure everybody knows not to walk into strange places. Like when weird things happen, don't be that person that's like Thanks for making fun of me.
I couldn't let that one go
Don't
by.
be that person that's like, maybe we should check it out. There's a meme that keeps going around in the
woods.
The
Keep
woods.
going.
There's a meme that keeps going around in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan group, and it's like a screenshot of Sarah Michelle Gellar and some guy, and they're sitting on the beach, and they hear a noise, and the guy goes, "We should check that out." or see what it is. And the meme's just like, I might be stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
The meme I'm talking about says like newspaper headline, like woods are haunted, people keep disappearing, and then it says white people : and it shows people like putting on packing gear, and it's the people from that stupid Blair Witch movie.
Oh my god.
And I read that, I'm like, well, I'm half white. And when I came home from doing haunted things, my mom was like, whatever. My dad is like, don't you bring that demon back here. So I guess there's some truth to that.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Raisin Rebel has redeemed and asked a question over there in Twitch that says, did you guys have childhood nicknames? I can't believe you're asking this. Because my dad used to call me, I don't want to get it wrong, Muneco Descompuesto.
What is that?
For Marcus Gunn Jaw-King Syndrome. Jaw-winking syndrome? I don't know what those things are.
I don't know what that is either.
So I'm very ignorant.
You should let us know what that is.
I didn't have a nickname, but I want Robin to go first.
My dad, every time I would run downstairs and open the front door, let him in, he'd be like, "Sup, Hot Rod?"
Hot Rod?
Yeah. I didn't get cool, like super cute nicknames like Pumpkin or Princess.
Hot Rod's a pretty good fucking nickname. I wouldn't complain about that.
My dad wanted sons, and he got a bunch of girls, and so that's me. So I don't run so fast now.
I didn't really have nicknames for my family or friends growing up, except for one. So when you get to a certain age as a child, they put you in a walker so you can kind of walk around, and they put up baby gates so you don't do stupid things. And as a kid, a young kid, I don't remember any of this, and there's probably a reason, I used to somehow walk in my walker to the stairs, take the gate off, and then throw my walker down the stairs. So like run as fast as I could, and I would always like hit the stairs like, and then I'd hit the ground and it would go boom, and I would slide, so you hear like the wheels like hitting the ground.
Jesus.
So you just see this baby come down the stairs like, and because that noise was so loud when I'd hit the ground, and it happened multiple times, and it happened for my parents in front of some of their friends, they were mortified. They nicknamed, I can't believe I'm fucking telling you people this, but they nicknamed me Boomby. And I've tried my whole life to hide this, and like throughout middle school and high school especially. And then I took some of my very close friends with me to a company picnic, which is like Six Flags or Indiana Beach or something back home. And I forgot that the friend who nicknamed me that is one of my dad's coworkers' wives, because I hadn't seen him in so long because we moved away. So I'm walking through there in high school, like thinking I'm cool shit, and I just hear the loudest yell, like, Boomby! And I was like, fuck my life. Like, they all know now. And she explained it to all of them, and they call me that shit for like a year. So, yeah, that's the nickname. Please don't call me that.
People are gonna start like sending emails that say that or something.
Well, this is on the Twitch chat shit, so this is not going on. So the only people who know this are the people who watch this live episode.
All right. Let's see. People are saying that it means broken doll. That's what that phrase means. And then the Marcus Gunn jaw winking is when you chew and one of your eyes winks, which is interesting. That's kind of cool.
That is cool. But like, if you're just trying to eat, everyone's gonna think you're into them. Like, that must be rough.
Yeah, that is pretty funny actually. Thank you, Miss Deezy, for joining us. We missed you past couple episodes.
Yeah. When they found out who the emailer was for this one, Anna goes, Akbar. Kiana said, BT Dubs, I listened to the podcast and I'm a few episodes behind, so I'm in Spoilers Town. I totally understand being behind. I'm behind on pretty much every podcast I listen to, so it's because I keep re-listening to Adventure Zone because I'm stupid.
I just started. I am on episode 1.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited she started it.
The Snark made a joke about the fact that my dad got a bunch of daughters, and he says, did she send him daughters when he asked for sons? It's a Mulan reference.
I was like, I don't get it.
Oh my God, get out. We need to hurry up and start this podcast so I can make you watch all these movies, because Mulan is one of the greatest Disney movies, especially for an Asian like me who needed one, and you would enjoy it.
I'm sure I will. I really want to
cry.
watch Coco. I've seen like bits and pieces of it, and the bits and pieces I've seen have been very emotional for me. So I'm like,
well, we listened to the
soundtrack. There's a lot of movies that I haven't watched because I'm saving them for this podcast that just will not get off the ground. So I'm sure we'll get it going sooner or later.
Valley Grill says my dad used to call me Wally Burgermeister.
Wally Burgermeister? That's a pretty good nickname.
It's cute.
Karen says, for me, it's like 9:45 when you all start. For Blanca Bello, it's 10:03.
Shades Ryan says, I wanted a nickname. I was 25 before I got one for my evil twin. She was Andy and I was Drea. We were both Andreas.
That's funny.
I think that's super cute.
Christian says, if Adam and Robin are willing, I will go to the Goatman Bridge with them, which is about an hour drive from me, and I'll go with them to get possessed for the stream. That's hilarious.
He's going to be like, I'm blind now.
Right, immediately as soon as you see the bridge. Like, I'm blind.
We keep driving around Vegas because he had friends in town, and we keep seeing Zach Bagans' like haunted museum on
advertised
all
everywhere.
the buses, and we're just like, I hate him so much.
Yep.
Hate him.
Karen says, if crazy shit is happening, stop, take a breath, and think, what would someone in the Blair Witch Project do? Then do the exact opposite.
It's good
It's
advice. Abe's Monster says, my parents used to call me Marmalade. That's kind of adorable. What is that one song? Is there a song named Marmalade?
Marmalade.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's like that song with Christina Aguilera and all the other chicks singing. I don't even know how to say those French lyrics. I'm pretty sure it's French. I don't know. That's the song I'm thinking of, at least. I don't know if that's
Miss
the one you
Dee
meant.
says, my brother called me butthole a lot.
It's funny. Anna says, that's adorable, Robin. We should all call her Hot Rod from now on. Shout out to Scurvy Nuts Lamont, who just followed over there on Twitch. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
God damn it. Anna says, that's adorable. To me, for my nickname. Karen says, oh, Adam, you're so destructive. LOL, Boomby. Kiana says, adorbs. Karen says, I'm telling all my friends, get riggedy wrecked, Adam. Son of a bitch. Taylor says, I was nicknamed Taylor the Derailer because I broke the rails. Yes, more than one in the closet.
Wow.
That's a good nickname.
Let's see. A lot of people are saying Mulan.
Yeah, we got a lot of Mulan shout outs. Christian said, yes, Robin, I am the Disney King. Kiana says, Mulan, fuck yeah. Kat says, we sing Be a Man at Work a lot. That's hilarious. Taylor continues, I would play a game on the rails on the closet that I called Spider-Man, and it basically was me hanging on the rails until I fell. That's hilarious. I wonder how you were able to break them all the time.
Shade Siren says, no to Adam. Frozen is awful. You're specifically not supposed to tell your daughters to find a man to fix.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea about the whole telling your daughters to find a man to fix.
That is not what that movie is about. You should probably watch it again.
It's all about that sisterhood.
It's about not needing a man. That's the whole point of that. Like, you keep finding men in the movie, and they wind up not mattering whatsoever.
Yeah, like that one guy that turns into a douchebag.
It's about loving your siblings unconditionally, no matter what's wrong with them, so you can tell them there's nothing wrong with them. And then turns out the power of love was powerful, the most powerful thing all along.
Shout out to my sis. You cute. Well, I have 2 sisters. Shout out to both y'all. All y'all.
Karen says, let's get down to business. To defeat the puns, how do we do that? Easy. Pun-ishment.
Oh, my lint.
Wow. See what you've done? You've infected these people.
Butter and Butt says, Coco was so cute.
Blanca says, they call me Chucky. That's funny.
Trip7 says, Mulan had the best hype song, though. The soundtrack to Mulan is so good. The live action is not going to have music in it, I hear. I hope there is, but we'll see.
I like that Jimmy Wong is going to be in the live action. Karen says, Zach Baggins could suck my left pinky toe at a 90-degree angle. Kat says, kids at work call me creme brulee for some reason. Have you guys played Charlie yet? Kiana says, I don't know what Charlie is.
No, never heard of it either.
Christian says, I hope you read my story in this podcast or an upcoming episode. The ones we're reading right now are from the beginning of April. So whenever you sent it, go forward about 2 months, and that's probably when we'll get to it.
Chessie Cat says, Zach Bagans bought a rocking chair that belonged to Lorraine Warren, and he had it on display for one day and then got too creeped out.
Yeah, it's just publicity. Like, regardless, this is the thing. He's the boy who cries wolf. Like, something super terrifying could happen, and I would want to investigate it. But because all of his stuff is so goddamn fake, I can't stand it. So I'm like, anything he says, I'm like, it's bullshit. Like, you can't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. It's so annoying. Right on. So that's everything I have over on YouTube chat. So
Shade Siren says the Fixer Upper song is what bothered them.
Just a bit of a fixer-upper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is funny because it's like they're just trying to force these two people together. That's like what your parents do when you bring home a friend, and they're like, why aren't you dating? You should be married by now.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in my family.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different culture.
Our family's a bit of a fixer-upper. Anyway.
Yeah, those rock trolls didn't know what they were talking about.
Nah. Yeah, no, you shouldn't have to find somebody that you should fix.
I mean, the whole point of that movie is to, like, kind of poke fun at the idea behind, like, a lot of the old tropes from the 90s in Disney movies, where it's like Ariel leaves home and, like, almost dooms her entire, like, race of people to die because Ursula's going to take over, all because she wanted to fall in love with a boy. And it's like, then there's something like Moana nowadays where she leaves home so she can save everyone.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's no, like, male lead in that movie that she's romantically involved in. It's just The Rock, like, being her mentor.
Yeah.
It's like they're realizing there's a different story that they can tell. And, like, Frozen was kind of the turning point. Because I didn't really watch a lot of Disney flicks. And then someone was like, you should watch Frozen. And I watched it. I was like, you know what? This is a really, really good movie.
I just, I have 3 sisters. Well, I'm one of 3 sisters, right? And so just watching that movie when we went to go watch the play, the Broadway play, I totally cried because I think about my sister sitting next to me, or a couple
right
seats
there.
down, and then her daughter, and then I'm thinking about my sister that lives out here that I have, and it's just like, it feels
So much emotion.
Yeah, so much emotion.
And on top of that, like it's a movie about sisters, but it's also about siblings. If you're a dude and you want to attach to it, and I'm kind of estranged from my brother, so.
Chessy Cat says the chair that he bought was in the cabinet, and the door opened by itself, and a few people fainted.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeesh.
I don't trust him. I think he's a liar. Christian Wolf says Mexican family are fixers. That is 100% fucking true. Like Latin culture, like Spanish culture, it's just like they're always trying to match you up. All right, now I'm basically just reading as you guys are talking, so this is just a chill sesh. We have 2 more emails we got to get to.
Oh, sorry.
So let's read, and then we'll come back to you folks, and then we'll have...
Is it me or you?
Marbles on stream. I just read, so I believe it's you.
Okay, this is the last one for me then, I think. Okay. So the title.
No. Give us a nice transition.
Yeah, I was going to say the title of this next one is...
Be like, I'm going into my last one for the night. The title is... That's what transition is.
So, for the last email of the night, this one is titled Shadow Man.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Shadow Man's kind of a scary subject, not going to lie.
Hello again, Robin and Adam. Hello again.
Hello again, friend of a friend. I knew you wanted to say it, so I stole it from you.
I like that song. Okay. Back again to tell you another one of my scariest stories. It took place in my old house here in South Texas. My senior year of high school, I was having a new friend and her boyfriend over for the first time. While giving her a tour of the house, we got on the subject of the heavy negative energy that has surrounded the house since we moved into it. That's frightening.
Right?
I explained to her that we bought it when it was first being built. After some exploring in the newly developing neighborhood, I had noticed some extremely old gravestones between the houses from the late 1800s. I'm pretty sure that our whole street was built on an old cemetery.
Get the fuck out of here.
So it's pretty much like you're living in the Poltergeist.
Well, the thing is, they do move cemeteries, but they usually take the bodies with them. Sometimes they don't, and that's when poltergeist shit happens.
Yeah, but if you're building all these houses and you're leaving stones, like gravestones or grave
then
sites
you're clearly
in
not
the
moving
middle,
anything.
Yeah, you're just building straight on top of people.
Okay, so your place is super haunted is what we're gathering at this point.
After a tour of the first floor, we made our way up to the second, which contained 5 bedrooms and a large open entertainment room. The sun had just set behind the house, leaving the upstairs eerily dark. I told her that my room and the game room in particular were where most people felt uneasy, like they were being watched from somewhere. As we hit the top step, she started to hesitate, saying she wasn't sure she wanted to hang out up there. I would too. I'd be like, haunted? I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, when you tell people, like, people feel uneasy here, and then you start taking them to those
Yeah.
rooms, I'd be like, I'm good, dog. Let's go somewhere else.
Her skeptical boyfriend rolled his eyes and pushed her forward. He really wanted to play those games, man. I continued on about different experiences my friends had had as she inspected family portraits on the wall. That's when we heard a small shuffle coming from my bedroom. Jolting her a little, she yelled, No. What is that? What was that? I told her, it's probably just the house relaxing. Come on, I'll show you. God.
The classic line you say to tell yourself it's not ghosts.
And this is where I murder you.
Wow.
As she rounded the corner and peered into the doorway, she nearly jumped out of her clothes, screamed, and took off down the stairs. Looking in a split second later, after her, a small light from the neighboring house seeped in through the window, illuminating the silhouette of a tall man. Also being able to see this shadow person, her boyfriend lost all color in his face and followed close behind. I ran down to catch up to them. Just to laugh hysterically between breaths, the ghost she swore she saw... Okay, the ghost she swore she saw... Oh my goodness, tongue twister. The ghost she swore she saw was actually a 6-foot ultra-realistic cardboard cutout of Taylor Lautner.
That dude is not 6 feet tall. I'm just saying.
But it's the board is 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, if it was an actual size one, she probably wouldn't have been scared.
2 years prior, during the Twilight craze, every picture and piece of merch had him without a shirt, which had quickly become a joke between another classmate and I. So when he found this cutout fully clothed, he knew it would be the perfect gag gift. And boy, was it ever. Out of the corner of your eye, he looked just like a live human being. I could place him in inconspicuous places and wait for someone to stumble upon him. So needless to say, she was livid and refused to come back. But here's the scary part of it. I hadn't placed him there.
Oh, shit.
After being fed up with the jump scares, my mom had thrown him to the back of a coat closet a year prior. I'm not sure who put him there, but it was probably the most perfectly timed placement and made for the best jump scare I have ever seen. Maybe the ghost just wanted a little laugh of their own. And that's my story. But before I end my email, I just wanted to give an exciting update since my post on Discord about me being stuck in a bad spot at my job. After all the advice everyone gave, I decided to give it another shot and took my concerns straight to the next level of management.
Hell yeah.
And I got a promotion.
Boom.
They didn't type boom. We just say that.
We're just very proud of you in unison.
They even gave me more of a pay raise than the one I requested and submitted me into the management training system. This is seriously the best community of people I've had the pleasure of knowing. So thank you, everyone. I hope to get to meet you all someday when we do our big Texas meetup. Keep on creeping on, your gal pal Val.
Well, Val, you're pretty badass.
Yeah,
not
that
gonna
is
lie.
awesome.
Sometimes, like, people try and keep you down, and when someone sees, like, this person's not going to tolerate it, they're being professional, and they're definitely the type of person that we want to be in a leadership position. They're just like, cool, like, we're going to do it. So you've earned that. That is all you. And our community is awesome because it has people like you. So thank you for that. It's absolutely hilarious that you have a cardboard cutout of Taylor Lautner that scared the shit out of someone. I would like to think that the ghost was trying to move it to their dumpster, but got caught and just, like, stopped and, like, set it down really fast, and then you guys walked in on them. So I was just going to say, if I was a ghost, I'd be trying to throw it in the garbage.
Maybe it's haunted by the ghost of Taylor Lautner's acting career.
Boom. That's a good joke.
Oh, that just popped into my head. I'm great. I'm hilarious. I'm good at this.
Isn't he, like, the only guy Taylor Swift dumped?
Yeah.
Like, she gets dumped by everyone else, but she was like, nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of sad. I mean, she wrote a song about him, though.
He's probably a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a nice guy. I hear he's not in shape anymore, though.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him being a little chubster. Like, not super fat. He's just a little bit chubby, but it was like the in a relationship, not in a relationship, and it was like him chubby and then him, like, in Twilight.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I identify with that shit for sure.
All right. I identify with it, too, so.
Say that again. I coughed.
I said I identify with it, too. But I just think it's super hilarious that your friend's like, I see that it's Taylor Lautner, and that scares me even more. I'm not coming back.
Right,
Thanks.
not going back. So this is true. I do this in my head. I've actually never done this, but this is something I've thought of doing, and you can do it. If you're a person like me who is in pretty good shape at one point in your life.
Okay, I was going to say.
And then got kind of fat, and you might be fat now, and you're like, I have confidence issues every now and then. I'm comfortable with who I am, but every now and then I just look at myself and I feel like shit. What you can do is take a picture of yourself now, and then take one of your old pictures and do a side-by-side and, like, post it on your Instagram and say, like, all it takes is a little bit of hard work and dedication to turn everything around, and people just instantly assume that you've lost all that weight again. And they say the nicest fucking things to you, and I'm just saying, like, every now and then, like, turn it around on people. So there you go. Also, quick shout-out. This is coming out on the 7th. On the 9th of June, we're going to be at the Winchester Mystery House. But shout out to Mariana. Thank you for being an amazing listener and
so
friend.
much.
And thank you for marrying my best friend in the whole wide world. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it's
You
your
guys
birthday.
are
So
great.
happy birthday to
Yeah,
you.
happy birthday. Thank you so much for being awesome and
Amazing
being so
friends.
supportive and just,
Yeah, seriously.
like,
It
we're
means a lot,
thankful.
and we love you. So happy birthday to you, and we'll see you in September. So just wanted to put
we're
that out
seeing
there.
them in August.
Oh, yeah, we'll see you in August at that other wedding. But yeah, see you in September. So, okay, let's check out Stream Chat and see what you folks had to say. I saw something come in, like, right when we started that I can't remember what it said.
Let's see. The Snark says, yo, Adam, your hair looks bomb today.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Shade Siren says, I stopped watching Baggins after he freaked out over some snakes more than any ghosts. He's such a wuss.
It's funny. 6 Foot Panda says, where did you get the Detective Pikachu?
Oh, so my Detective Pikachu is an amiibo. It's a Nintendo amiibo. So if you went on some website or something, it's just a Nintendo amiibo.
That's just huge.
It's just huge. It's just this really tall one. They make big ones. They make like 3-inch amiibos sometimes. Or well, this isn't 6-inch amiibo.
He's adorable.
He's adorable. I just got a new Detective Pikachu bag charm too, because I love the Pokemon Center. They come out with great stuff in Japan, and I just had to order the Detective Pikachu like chain bag charm thing, and he's so heavy and so fluffy, and I love it. He has his little hat on. It's great.
Christian says, actually, Adam, I might have lied because I actually remember listening to you during the school year, so I might have sent it during April. Well, it probably won't be this show. In fact, I can confirm it won't be this show because I have the last email, and this one's from Christina. So hopefully next show. But we'll see how that goes.
Racing Rebel says, I'm going to assume, oh my lord, Robin, you sounded like Napoleon Dynamite. When did I sound like Napoleon Dynamite? What did I say?
I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, I don't know.
That's another thing that's going to be on that fucking movie podcast.
Gross.
Instead of watching Napoleon Dynamite, my friend Steve told me that I should watch Hot Rod instead because it was like the same movie but funnier. And I did.
They're different.
And I fucking love Hot Rod. I think it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. So I was like, I don't need to see Napoleon Dynamite.
I don't think they're the same movie at all. I think they're very, very different because what is his name from Lonely Island? Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg.
He's a lot different. His character is more outgoing, obviously, and he's just very confident.
He's so funny.
But Napoleon is not at all
funny.
confident, and he's getting picked on constantly by everyone. And he doesn't really have any friends until he makes friends with Pedro, and so it's different.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Obviously, at some point soon for this stupid podcast. Kat says, "LOL. I asked my mom to touch up my undercut. Obviously, being super Asian parents, she refused, and my dad said that I need to have long hair so I can get a boyfriend. That's so fucking mean."
I cut off my hair when it got ruined, and I know my mom. I sent a picture of my hair to my mom. I think I sent a picture of me when I was in Japan, and so my hair was super, super shaved short, and she was just like, "Why would you do this? You look like a boy." But I have someone. I don't care. But now my hair is growing out, and I kind of want to cut it shorter again. It's
just let it grow long, because as soon as you cut it, you're gonna wish you were dead.
All right.
Christian says, also my story starts with saying I'm about to graduate, and I graduated on the 24th of May. So
congratulations.
I think more likely, yeah, congratulations for graduating. By the way,
Chessie Cat says Cheeseman Park in Denver used to be a huge cemetery, and all sorts of chaos happened when they went to move the bodies. Now it's supposed to be super haunted.
Wow.
Which I totally can see that happening. That's just whenever you're bothering something that should not be bothered, it's just gonna happen. Sometimes dead's better. Yeah.
Christian says, to be honest, I feel loved in this group of people, especially when I get called out on stream. You are loved in this group of people.
Sacred Infinity. CJ, he says, oh no, Robin did double guns.
Fuck, you did not.
Yeah, I did. That is a joke about Nerd Chills episode 21 when we had our drunk episode, and
it was the most drunk I've been in like 5 years.
One of my close friends told me at work, he was just like, I couldn't get through like 20 minutes. It was horrible. So guys, don't go looking for it. Just don't listen to it. It's bad.
When you made your Taylor Lautner joke.
What?
Lautner? Yeah, it's Taylor Lautner. Kiana goes, burn. Kat said, oh, shots fired. Karen says, damn, Robin throwing some shade, pun intended. That's funny. Also, Sacred, I read your thing. I just need to get back to you with my notes on it. So he asked me to edit, or not edit, but read something and give him my thoughts on it. So
all right.
It's been like a week. I feel really bad. I've been like, I'm going to text him back as soon as I get home. And I've told myself that for 3 fucking days. I love you and I'm sorry.
Raisin Rebel says, oh, you said, oh my God.
Goud.
Oh my God.
Oh, there you go. Carrie says, hi guys. I love Taylor Swift's song about Taylor Lautner. It's called Back to December, and it's so sad.
Yeah.
I know that song. I used to work out to Taylor Swift when I used to work out. So.
Yeah, that's how he and my sister started getting along, because he was all into T-Swizzle.
Julia joined, says, I joined at the best time. Haha, I missed y'all. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Carrie says, my daughters are obsessed with Taylor Swift. That's funny.
My sister used to be, but I don't know if she is now. She's like, she's too pop or she's too mainstream. I don't know.
Because your sister likes country.
Yeah.
And she definitely has gotten pretty far away from country.
A little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. Shade Siren says, I like your Vault Boy. You guys are now part of the whole everything is Fallout running things in our lives. I'm dying at how
we have a display case filled with nothing but Fallout shit in our loft. It's 100%
Yeah, I will
true.
post a picture to our Instagram or something, because each E3 we go to, we get more Fallout stuff.
I can't believe we can't go to Bethesda this year, and it's because of the Winchester Mystery House.
We always go to Bethesda's event usually, and then we go to E3, and then there's always this huge Fallout booth. And last year you didn't get to go.
I was being fired when she was at the Fallout booth last year. But the year before that, we got to go to Bethesda, and I'm just gonna say, like, if you ever want to feel like you're in fucking gamer heaven, go to the Bethesda event if you can get invited.
Bethesda Land's
It's
a
incredible.
one-off. I don't think they do it like that every year.
Well, they do it up every year, but Bethesda Land, the year we went, it was basically like a theme park.
Yeah.
Where you could collect pins and just get fucking wasted for free.
Yeah, they were playing like the bottle and Cappy theme when you walked in, and it was just like,
amazing. Bethesda knows how to treat people.
Yeah.
I was so impressed
it was like
with it.
free everything.
That was one of the best days literally of
man.
my life. It was just so cool, and it ended with going to the Bethesda event.
And then last year I went to their little escape room that they had at E3 with a bunch of new friends I made through the Winsiders
Windows Insider.
What did I say?
Winsider.
The Windows Insider program, and it was great. I made a whole bunch of friends. We do like anime conventions together, and it's so cool. And so we got to do this Fallout thing, and it was great. He didn't get to go. It was unfortunate.
She's like, it was great. He wasn't there. I fucking hate him. No, the Bethesda Land thing, though, I'll just tell you, it had like one little area, like designed for each one of their franchises, and then they had a place you couldn't go past, which is where they were going to have like the event.
And that's where we got to see.
They opened it up. They let everyone in. They did the event, and then they announced 2 more games. And those games booths were behind the thing, so you could complete your collection of pins. Then they had In-N-Out for free for everyone, and then
they had black ice cream.
And then they brought out the chain smokers, and I was just like,
Chainsmokers.
I was like, woo, where's the In-N-Out?
And the year before that, they had Blink 182, I think, or something.
I think they had Tenacious D at some point too. It's just amazing. If you guys like Bethesda, holy shit, it's just the most amazing thing to go to.
B-Snert says, "Did I walk into E3 talk? Yeah, you did, bruh. We are very
Sorry
excited."
about that.
What?
That we were E3 talking instead of like reading scary stories right now.
Yeah, but we are very excited to go. We're only going to go 2 days though, so we're not going to go the entire 3 days. We're still working out hotel accommodations.
Shout out to my job who let me switch days because I don't have like vacation to take right now, so that I could actually go to this last minute. Like very, very happy that they let me do that.
Yeah, it's really, I'm
People
super
are,
excited.
I think, quoting Napoleon Dynamite over in the YouTube chat.
Ralph's like, "Did you guys go to Bethesda Land with anyone cool?" It was great because you went with Charlie.
Yes.
And Ralph and I were in Xbox Fan Fest, so we're like, we need to get out of here. We got to get to Bethesda
We
Land.
were standing in line for Bethesda Land, like texting them, like, the line is super long. Like, you guys are going to want to get here soon.
Well, and then so Ralph and I left Xbox Fan Fest, and we were just like, we need our bags, we need our Fan Fest goodies like right now because we gotta go.
Give us our
gotta
shit,
get to
please.
Bethesda
Our
Land.
free stuff.
And so they gave us our stuff, and we're just like, we're out. And we went there, and Ralph and I have our full bags of Xbox gear, and then we're walking in there, and they're just like,
giving you
would
free
you guys
stuff.
like some Nuka-Cola Quantum? And would you guys like some cotton candy? You guys want this? You guys want popcorn? It was.
I don't want to get too far down this rabbit hole because it was amazing. So the last thing I'll tell you is when we were standing in line to get in, everyone was like shoulder to shoulder. And this one guy who was like kind of drunk, his friends must have been at the front of the line, and he was like squishing between everyone. He was like, excuse me, like bumping into people. And eventually I was just like, I'm not going to move. So he bumped into me, and he had to like scooch his way around me, and he was bumping into people, and they were getting super pissed. And so he finally got past me, and then he started slipping his way past people, and everyone was like murmuring to themselves like, stupid asshole. And I looked, and I was just like, it's like the joke's on him. My hands were everywhere. And like everyone started laughing, and I was like, it's probably the best public joke I've ever had in my life. It's the biggest high I've ever felt.
We're very big nerds. So us going to E3 is like a really important thing. And I know my sister was gonna go. I don't know if she's actually gonna go with us anymore because she's not really into video games, and we're deciding if she wants to go to Star Wars Land or.
Oh, okay.
So we're trying to decide. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna read through my YouTube stuff, then get to my last email.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Karen says, "Kip, can you bring me my chapstick?" I don't know if that's from Napoleon Dynamite.
Kip is from Napoleon Dynamite.
Kiana says, "Actually, he is confident." Karen says, "Hey Napoleon, can I have some of your tots?" Kiana says, "His dance moves though," and then 3 fire symbols in parentheses. "My parents would say he was my boyfriend when I was single." That's hilarious.
That is right. That Napoleon is actually really confident because anybody that talks, like when he's drawing his liger or whatever, and she comes by and asks him like, "What's that?" And she's like, "A liger." Like he's just so, he is very confident, and nobody.
Don't ruin it for me. I still gotta watch this thing. All right, Larby says, "What's good? Thank you for joining us. What's good is also the name of a really good podcast." And Robin met 2 of them at the last E3 we went to.
Yeah.
And the year before that, she met Phil Spencer and was like, "Yo, dog, is this thing gonna be cool or can I fucking bounce?" And like she's just talking to the president of Xbox like that. Christian says, "Y'all should make a Denton Goatman bridge because it's free unless you have to buy a plane ticket or spend money on gas." Yeah, I don't know where Denton is, but I don't think it's gonna be free.
Denton's in Texas.
Yeah, so yeah, we'd have to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes away from.
Karen says, "Wasted for free. Sign me up. Hell yeah." And Christian said, "Goatman Bridge Day." if we're ever in the area, we're totally going to try and do some stuff. Okay. Karen says vote for Pedro. Christian Wolf says,
Oh my God.
Karen.
Thank you so much, Cat Beatrix, for buying a rainbow mug.
I am jealous of you right now. I straight up am. I want that as my thing. I have like the Domo, right now. No, I have a Pusheen.
Yeah, he has Pusheen. I have a regular Starbucks mug.
Kat says, Pedro 2020. Karen says, La Fawanda. I don't know what that means. Kiana says, K, bye, guys. Have to go now. That's okay.
Thank you so much. I am very happy with our logo for this season because it lines up perfectly for Pride Month. And we just want to say that we support everything.
Yeah.
We're not at all judgmental. We want to include everyone. And it's definitely something we want to make sure you guys know that it's a safe place.
Yeah, when we used to do Nerd Chills, I used to say, hi, boys and girls. And Robin said, like, you should say something different. And I was like, why? And she was like, well, it doesn't include everyone. I was like, how many people are going to listen that aren't included, though? And would they be offended? She's like, it's just better to just include everyone. I was like, that's a good point. I will do that. Because I didn't really think of it. And so when we started this, we've always said spooky friends.
Right.
And Robin's been very aware, and she's made me very aware of that. Because before I was just like, well, I didn't know that it would matter. And now that I know, I'm like, I've noticed so much within our community how much people actually appreciate it.
Yes, because I have a lot of friends that don't fit in with cis or regular, just stuff that not even regular, like things that
traditional gender
roles type things, and I think it's really important that you guys know that all of you are cherished.
Yeah.
So, and when I say you guys, you know what I mean.
Everyone,
everything is.
When I say you guys, I mean everyone. When I say dude, that's a completely gender neutral term. So please don't get offended
Raisin
by
Rebel
that.
says, "Happy Pride, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals."
Nice.
That's really good.
That is really. We should steal that shit.
All right. Captain Fake Eye says, "I totally thought Robin's shirt just said UNIV, like short for university. Didn't realize it's University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Yeah, it says
LV. Okay, I'm gonna read this goddamn email if it kills me.
Sorry. Oh my God, Ralph is like, Robin got a lap dancer. Phil Spencer,
stop spreading these rumors.
Stop
that are totally
spreading these
true.
rumors.
All right. I'm gonna read this email now. You got to stop reading Stream Chat.
Okay, sorry.
Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the final email of the show, and this one's subject is OLOH, which I don't know if that's like the name of a cryptid, but I hope to find out within this. And it says, "Hello from Utah." Hello. From Las Vegas. My name is Christina, and in parentheses, Christina, because it's spelled differently. Or you guys can call me Tina, Tynna. I've been binging all of your podcasts on Spotify, in parentheses, hella shout out to Spotify, since you guys are the best thing it's ever suggested. That makes us feel good.
That does make me feel really
unless
good.
it's suggested like a bunch of garbage, and you're like, well, you're just better than garbage. I found you while I was obsessed with the Skinwalker legend and love your take on the Skinwalker Ranch, which, yikes, I didn't realize was in Utah, but is luckily very far to the east from where I am. I also couldn't help but giggle at Robin's pronunciation of Tooele when she covered the old Thule Hospital. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it.
Is it Tool or Thule? Tuel?
For future reference, it's pronounced Tooele. So,
Tooele.
Oh,
okay.
All I can say is that you two are amazing.
That's
and
the first time anyone's ever said anything about it. So I'm really happy someone knew what it was actually called.
Yeah. All I can say is that you two are amazing and have made my work days a million times better. I constantly find myself trying to stifle my laughter at work, and as I've been dealing with some tough times lately, it's been a great pick-me-up. Good.
That's really nice.
That's amazing. I'm super happy to hear that. Also, I just want to toss this out there. If this is anyone's first episode, we try with the pronunciations as best we can. We realize we're going to get it wrong. We apologize for it, and we insist that people correct us. We don't insist people shit on us for not getting it right. We know we're not going to get it right.
We don't know. So we would just like someone to say, oh, just so you guys know, this is the actual pronunciation.
And we have guides to let us know. Like, Sam is our biggest guide for pronunciations of things that she knows how to say correctly, and she'll basically send us.
She posted a video.
She'll send us
Facebook. It was
videos.
great.
She'll send us lists. Like, here's all the things that you guys got wrong. Like, just to help us out, and we totally appreciate that. So if we ever mispronounce your name or something, and you know how it's supposed to be said, let us know, and then just understand we weren't trying to offend anyone. All right, gonna get back to the email. I've been thinking about writing this email lately, and I was recently listening to your Storytime episode 46. I had a similar experience to one of your stories, in parentheses, the story with the Ouija board. Fuck Ouija boards.
Yeah. No Ouija boards.
We just had a picture from someone.
So
I think
didn't someone get one?
Colt got one, and he posted it in our Scary Spooky Friends group, and I'm so paranoid about Ouija boards. Like, I didn't even click like on the post, and I like every single post because I was like, the Ouija board will know. And then anyone who was like, throw it away, I clicked like on their comments because I was like, I think I'm going to save his life by clicking like on the right things. So obviously that's not going to happen. It goes on to say, I grew up religious, in parentheses, Mormon, as most locals of Utah do, and was having a very, very spiritually testing time in high school. It was probably around 11 o'clock at night when I was avidly praying for answers. I hadn't been much for spiritual confirmations, but I was desperate for answers. As I was close to finishing my desperate pleas with the divine powers above, I heard someone say my name. I had heard it being said in my right ear, but the thing was, I only heard it in my mind. The voice was unlike any I had heard. It was a combination of male voices, deep, gravelly, sensual, squeaky, and yes, demonic. I don't think I had ever shit myself so fast in a moment. I continued my prayer and ended the night on a good note, but I could hear the voice reverberating in my head. Cut to 2 years later, during a drunk night at home with some friends, which turned dark as one friend with severe depression had a little too much to drink. They began hitting themselves and verbally degrading themselves, as well as commenting on how much they wanted to die or kill themselves. That's sad, and I've been around stuff like that before, and all you can do, you don't have to try and fix someone, just kind of be there for them.
Yeah.
And it goes so far for them to know they're just not alone, especially in those really dark moments. It's not your responsibility to, like, take care of someone, but, like, if you want to try and do that, just, like, kind of try and be there, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to continue now. I'm close to this friend and have seen this reaction more than once, but this time was especially painful as there was another friend to witness it who was just as helpless as I was. I sat with them in the bathroom, head tucked in my shirt, to think. In a moment of desperation, I asked God to take my life for theirs. I love them deeply and hate to see them in such pain. In that moment, I heard a laugh. It came in my right ear and then out the left, but it was all in my head. It was faint, but I knew the voice was the one I had heard previously.
That's frightening.
I have cold chills all over my body. I'm not sure what happened that night. Maybe I made a deal with something other than God, but my friend's depression has got a lot better, and they no longer have suffered from any bouts as such when drinking.
I hope that doesn't cause repercussions down the line, and that, because that's really scary.
It is really scary.
Well, it's like, okay, I know this is a stupid, what is it called when you compare two things?
Comparison?
No,
I don't know what word you're trying to find.
Well, it's like Annabelle Creation, where they ask anything out there to help them, and it's just something dark. And
we had an email too about that person who had talked to their parent about, like, if they cross over, if they pass away, to send them a sign that they're okay. And then, like, the night their parent passed away, they went home and they're in, like, a child's room with a bunch of toys that all turned on at the same time.
Yeah.
But when it happened, they kind of knew, like, this is not my mom or dad. Like, this is something else trying to pretend.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm seriously covered in cold chills right now.
It's really scary.
It is. All right. Before I move on, some inappropriate shout outs really fast in the middle of this serious subject. Jaxie Babe resubscribed for 5 months. Meadows just resubscribed for 8 months. Thank you so much for following us on Twitch. Very much appreciate you guys. All right. So, I'm sorry for the long email. It's been poorly written, which it really has not, or my mom did an amazing job editing it, or it sounds dramatic, but I thought I would send it. I'm hesitant to tell anyone the story since most of the people think I'm crazy and I'm hearing voices, but I honestly hope I never have to hear it again. I have some more stories to send out, one including an attic, in parentheses, sorry, I'm all about it, and potentially a boomeranging Ouija board, but they are family stories which I will have to confirm. Thank you guys so much and can't wait for all your new episodes. Tina. P.S. Here are my beautiful Omen babies and my sexy AF boyfriend. The first is Cracker, Duke, Fat Ass, a.k.a. Chunky, a.k.a. Bruce, Nix, and Nugget. Last is Anubis, who was recently rescued from our local Humane Society.
I love those names. They're such good names.
Those are great names.
Yeah,
I really love Anubis. I don't have the pictures on this one, but I will check them out as soon as I'm done with the show. I'm sure they're all absolutely adorable. Yeah. And thank you for rescuing, too. Rescuing is super important. Like, one of the shelters where I grew up is at, like, 100% capacity, and someone shared it on Facebook today, and they're doing adoptions for all dogs for free right now. Like, that's how serious it is.
And plus, it's something where once they get to capacity and nobody wants to adopt, they start putting animals down. So
unless it's a no-kill shelter.
Yeah. So go and adopt, because we adopted our cat, and she is the best freaking cat. I mean, she doesn't like other people, but
she's a great judge of character.
Yeah.
But she's also mean to nice people sometimes too, so it's not exactly accurate. But
well, she was very good with Mariana.
That's true. That's very true.
So she knows cat people.
She does know cat people. She's very picky. But yeah, that's a very, very good story. We definitely hope you didn't sell your soul. And please keep an open line of communication with us if anything creepy happens, because not only do we want to know, but we're also like, I think I can speak for Robin here, kind of concerned. And we would definitely want to know if something was going on. So, good stuff. Great emails this show.
We cannot wait to hear those other stories.
Yeah, definitely really send them our way when you get a chance to. But right on. Let's look over into stream chat. I'm going to read mine first. You're going to read your second. And I am going to get Marbles on Stream ready really quickly. For those of you who are watching in YouTube, we do something at the end of the show that you don't hear in the live episode or in the normal episodes. We play a game where you can win some free merch. And we basically race marbles, which is an interactive thing that we can do. And so when I get the game booted up, if you're on YouTube, switch over to Twitch, and you'll be able to participate. And it's super fun. So before I do that, though, I'm going to go ahead and read what you folks had to say in the stream chat. Karen says, after the stream ends, I'm going to go listen to more Scarish on Spotify. LOL. Thank you for that. Christian says, yes, I don't care if I'm working when you come. I will walk out just to meet you because y'all are amazing, and actually, once your episode made me not kill myself.
Aw, that's really nice to hear.
That is nice to hear, and hopefully you move to a point where you don't, get those feelings anymore, or you know how to combat them. And if listening to us helps, then please re-listen to us forever, because we definitely want to keep you around.
Yeah.
And Gil 6 says, look at Adam looking all professional. I am covered in sweat underneath this thing. Is
this button always unbuttoned?
I always have it buttoned at work. As soon as I get off work, I pop it and I loosen it. And every now and then, my coworker comes in, and he usually doesn't wear a tie. And if he wears a tie, he never buttons his top button.
I can't stand it.
Really?
Yeah.
Too bad. I'm not buttoning it. I'm not.
I know,
buttoning it.
but it's just
hot.
like if I saw that at work, I'd be like, bruh, button it.
It's like if I did a different knot, it wouldn't look so bad if I had a cleaner symmetrical knot. But I do the single Windsor, which is asymmetrical. It's just the one that I like to do, and it's quick, especially in the mornings when I do not want to fuck around with a complicated knot.
The other one's not complicated.
It kind of is to make it symmetrical. If I'm doing a symmetrical knot and it doesn't come out symmetrical, I redo it until it is. So I just do an asymmetrical knot because it doesn't even matter. And then I tighten it so that you can't see how asymmetrical it is.
I'm good at tying ties.
She thinks she is.
I am, though.
I'm done with my YouTube stuff.
Okay.
So if you want to participate in this game, switch over to twitch.tv/scarishpodcast right now, and you'll be able to get into this race just by typing something on the keyboard.
Making a Twitch account is free. And winning a race is also, a bout of luck.
Participating in the race is free. The rest is luck.
And the swag is free. Come on. And I'm going to start reading my thing. Shade Siren says, now I just want to ask Robin to pronounce all the weird place names near me. So she says there's one that looks like it says Puyallup and one that looks like it says Champeg, which is probably not it. But only because no one pronounces them right from reading them. Shade Siren says it's Shampooey. So it's Champoeg, but it's called Shampooey.
Cool.
That's weird. Who does the who names these things? It's just what?
Christian says, I'm in the best part of my life right now because I'm done with high school. Yes, God.
Woo!
Even though people say certain things are still like high school, the difference is they become optional when you become an adult, and your participation in the bullshit also becomes optional. So
the Snark says the image of a Ouija board becomes a Ouija board.
That's funny.
Let's see.
I can't get my ears to pop.
There's just a whole bunch of different weird named places. From Family Guy, the town Quahog, but that's spelled like Quahog. Pawtucket. It's probably not how you say it. Scituate. How would you say that?
You're gonna have to spell it again.
Sciuate.
Satauti? I don't know.
When I see SCI, I think science. So, situate.
I mean, I don't get to see it. I just hear you say it, so I don't make that association while I'm listening to you.
There's one that's like Misquamicut. It's probably not how you say it.
Wow.
Those are all really weird. All right. We also adopted our corgi too.
She's more of a rescue.
She's more of a legit rescue.
We knew someone who was like, someone needs to take this dog right away or else the dog's in danger. So we were like, we'll take the dog. And she's amazing and I love her.
Ralph says, I just want to say again how much I love these two as hosts of this show, but also as great people, and mostly because they're amazing friends. We did bring up the name of the doll, and we just need help with the pronunciation.
We want to make sure we get it right, Ralph.
We know exactly how it's spelled. We just don't know how to say it the right way.
Sapikes?
Yeah.
We're going to say it right, and we're going to say it forever. While Robin's reading the rest of those, I'm going to change this. Go ahead.
Chessy Cat says Rocky Kanaka works with shelter dogs. He takes them on Dog's Day Out. He helped rescue an older dog who family were going to put down because they were moving. Who does that?
That's fucked up. That's super fucked up. Like, you should have your name put in the registry, and then you can't just get a dog anymore. Like, if you're just going to put your dog down because you're moving, like, be a fucking adult.
The Snark says tie-tying competition. I would win.
No.
I would win so bad.
I say no because she will win. All right. For those of you on Twitch, type in !vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track you would like to race. For those of you who are not yet on Twitch, if you are on YouTube and would like to join us for the race, leave YouTube, go over to twitch.tv/scarishpodcast, and join us. And go ahead and put your vote in right now. Robin, I think, is going to continue reading some Twitch chat over there, and I'm going to vote for a track.
Let's see. Raisin Rebel says, I tried tying a tie for my first job interview and almost cried from frustration. Rip.
This is a true story. Robin's probably better than me at tying ties, but at almost all the weddings I've gone to, I've had to tie the ties for just about every person unless it was a bow tie. And, like, they all just come in and, like, hand me the tie. And it's, like, it's weird things that, like, parents don't teach their kids. Like, I have certain things my dad didn't teach me and certain things that he did. And sometimes they're just like, I don't know how I don't know this. And I'm like, I don't know how I do. Shout out to random_401 who is now following us. Thank you for following us.
Yeah, thank you so much. While I was in high school, what I used to do was wear ties all the time. And I just wanted to be like freaking Green Day. You know, I wanted to be Billy Joel or whatever from the American Idiot album where he had like the black shirt, red tie.
So you wanted to be an American Idiot?
Ha 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 ha. No, I just wanted to wear ties all the time, so I wore button-ups. And
Her mocking laugh is the douchiest thing in the world. I need to record that into a soundbite and play it on the stream when someone says something stupid.
Dude! Okay.
Yeah, I just had a brilliant idea.
That is
You're
such
welcome,
a good
everyone.
idea. That's a really good idea. And we can make GIFs of ourselves. We just need like a green screen and we can make GIFs of ourselves doing random things.
I've been pitching us getting a green screen for a while and you keep shooting it down because it's like $50.
I'll ask my friend if he has an extra one that he wouldn't mind shipping because I know he has some.
I ship us.
I ship us too. Anyway, I used to wear like skinny ties all the time. So that's where I learned to tie a bunch of ties because I was like, man, I got to learn to do it. I want to be hip. Want to be cool.
She took all my ties to put them somewhere safe, and now they're all gone, which is annoying because I had so many different black ties.
I'm telling you, they're in the garage somewhere.
And I'm not going through that garage to find them. They should have been with my clothes so that when I started going to a job, again, where I need to wear a tie, I would have them and not have to get new ones. Just a little bit bitter. All right, Devil's Chaos right now is in the lead for the track that we are going to race. It has 4 votes. We're going to give it a little bit more time before we move forward. That's so funny. The Snark says, damn, Robin, confused young Justin would have had such a huge crush on you.
Why? Oh, yeah, I think there's actually pictures of me. I used to have a MySpace. All my pictures were on MySpace, man. But there are pictures of me out there of me in like a white button-up shirt, red tie, like tan blazer, or like purple blazer with a black hoodie underneath. I was just trying to be like super emo punk rock,
be a scene kid,
like, yeah, and I wasn't.
I mean, so I never really had that instinct because whenever I used to see like the scene, I'd be like, this ain't a scene, it's a goddamn arms race.
Oh my
that was pretty good. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. All right, so we have lots of votes in for the track. Devil's Chaos is still number 1, so I'm gonna click on that and we're gonna move forward with Devil's Chaos as our track. So for those of you who have not done this before, this thing is going to load up, and once I let you know you can go ahead and enter, that thing still says May donations. I should have changed that. Anyways, type in !point play right now and you'll get a marble on the screen that identifies with your Twitch handle, and these will all race to the end of the track, and whoever wins will get some free merch, which is like stickers or like static clings or stuff like that. So if you've never done it before, good luck to you, and hopefully first time's the charm. And then for those of you who have been here before, you know the deal, and hopefully you'll win some new stuff because we do have some newer stuff over there. I think we ran out of one of our newer designs, but we'll have something to send you for sure.
Shade Siren says, I inherited all my grandpa's ties, who I was named after, and I swore I wore his cool skinny black silk tie that had tiny Pegasus embroidered on it. Who knew Grandpa was that cool? He was born in 1900.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Did you know that Fred Astaire was born in 1889?
I did not know that.
It's crazy.
There's a band. I don't know if anyone remembers this band called Lucky Boys Confusion, and my favorite song from them is Fred Astaire, which is for most people that listen to Lucky Boys Confusion. It was the song that like got put into movies.
Is it 1889?
For, like, a year.
1899. Maybe it's 1899.
Random
it's
underscore 401
Sorry.
says, no, you're good. Hey, Adam and Robin. Just joined Twitch so I can help support your show. Can honestly say I've never listened to a more entertaining podcast. Can someone instruct me on how to give my Amazon money, please? That's amazing. Thank you so much. Robin, I don't know how to do it. Can you please let them know?
Twitch.amazon.com, I think, and it'll give you all the instructions on how to link your Twitch and your Amazon Prime account together. And then there's a subscribe button at the top of the page, and it's super simple once you connect your accounts. Let's see.
Peekies, that is how we are going to say the name.
All right, so
Peekies
the doll is now named Peekies.
I'm really happy we've named it.
It'll
live on in perpetuity forever. All right. We have 24 marbles, which is really good. Oh, I should have started it. God damn it.
Shit.
For any of you who want to race but haven't joined yet, type in ! play in the chat as Robin is rushing to do. Once I click start, you will have 10 seconds to join. Jaxie Babe says, why am I on fire? We don't know why these things happen.
Is on fire.
All right, we got a few extra. We got 26. That's pretty good. I don't think we've ever crossed 30.
Hashtag play. I mean, exclamation point play. Okay, this is a Beast Nerd. Ralph says he has a green screen we can borrow. So that'll be super cool because it would be neat to not use.
So I click play.
Other trademarked like things that pop up when people subscribe and follow, and we can just make our own gifts or something.
Right.
That'd be cool.
All right, we have begun. It's like the Plinko machine to start. So we're basically all in first place with each other. 26 is really good. I'm very happy. We had like an all-time low last week because everyone was doing stuff.
Love that band. Not really. I mean, I could like them.
Abe's Monster is now in first place. And Abe's Monster is now in last place because you're dead. Jaxie Babe just barely survived that bump, along with a lot of other people. The Scriptery just died. And I think that's about it. Glitch Grim holds the record for this track for us because we've raced it before. And right now, Amanda is way ahead of record pace. Also, her ball seems to be glowing black, like with an evil presence. It looks like... I'm not going to say the name because I know... Oh, Elf Huntress. Yeah, I got it.
Elf
Huntress just passed away.
That's
Rip.
Cute.
We have another race. So if you died, stick around because we have one more. Amanda, Valley Grills, me, Christian, Robin, and then a lot of other people clustered back there are still making their way downtown, walking fast, faces past. I don't know that song.
Something about being homebound, maybe?
Yeah. That was pretty good. Amanda made her way through that really easily. Valley Grills did too. And this is the part where people are going to start dying pretty quick.
I really want to play D&D again because after that last game of D&D, I had so much fun. And now that I have a big troll friend, I just want to keep going.
I have died. Rip. Robin has died, which makes everything okay. Valley Grills and Christian are in second and third. Amanda is still in the lead. But this is going to be a tight race. Meadows has died. The mic version.
Elf Hunter says, this is my first time actually catching most of the stream. Super excited to listen to the show live. Thank you so much for joining us for the live. These live episodes
Spooky Flea has died.
Super fun.
Wild Callie has died. Miss DZ has
Jesus,
died.
So many people are losing their balls.
Jangmi has died. Rip.
It's really fun having everyone join us for these live episodes because it's really entertaining. And at this point in time, having
Butter and Buck,
people
Captain Fake Eye, Beast Nerd have died. The Snark has died.
join the marbles race is really fun too.
Christian, I believe, has just taken the lead on the last leg. Christian, your first race ever. Congratulations. You just won. So email storytime@scarish.com. Let us know an address that we can ship a sticker or two to you. And congratulations, Amanda came in second. And we're going to zoom out here and just see who else we got left and how they fare. Shining Basie or Bassy, I don't know how to say that, finishes third. 143 AM finishes fourth. And Valley Grills has finished fifth. The rest of the people that are still involved in this race are racing for points towards the season because it does track how many times you race, and each place gives you a point total. So it's kind of cool to see who was the most consistent and who was here the most. So pretty good stuff. You're 1 for 1, Christian. So if you race again and you lose, then your perfect record is gone. I think, did you take the record too?
Me?
No, Christian.
Oh.
He might have taken the record.
Sweet.
Glitch is back there just trying to get some points still.
Beginner's luck. Because it was the first stream, first win. Woo.
Glitch may get through. All right, we're going to go over there and watch Glitch. Everyone cheer for Glitch to not die. Or if you don't like Glitch, cheer for them to die. Let's be real. Everyone likes Glitch. You can't not like Glitch. Unless you're going backwards right now. Oh my God, Glitch. Come on.
Thank you, Random401, for subscribing on Twitch.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it immensely. Holy shit. At some point, like a wave shows up and it kills all the balls that are like caught behind it. Kind of like the Langoliers, if you've ever seen that movie.
Christian, if you go send an email to storytime@scarish.com, just tell us what your mailing address is and we can get some goodies sent to you. Well, a sticker or something sent to you.
Okay. Christian has won. Amanda adds 6 points onto her point total. She's at 18 points. Blanca Bello is up to 22 points. Cat Beatrix is up to 20. It looks like Glitch is up to 19. Abe's Monster is sitting at 22. I'm sitting at 22. Robin's at 30.
Woo woo.
Mike is at 18. And Spooky Fleet is at 10. If I skipped over anyone's point totals like Chesty Cat, who's at 14, I apologize. Valley Grills is also at 10. The season ends.
What is the
very
snark at?
soon.
Because he was very close to me last time.
Snarked. I forgot that there's many people now.
29.
Snarked is at 29. Holy shit balls. So Snarked has 14 races, which is one less race than we've run all season. So they've been here for almost every single one of them. And we did have some technical difficulties in the month of May, which sucks. Something in the month of May.
That song is so bad.
Show me your genitals. Your genitals. All right. Exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds to the track you would like to race. We all just pick these blind based off of whatever name sounds cool. I try and race something that we've never raced before, but it's also cool to race the record from someone else.
The snark says, I'm looking at you, Robin. Let's see. What do I want to race? Okay.
So I got a new phone. I got the Galaxy S10 Plus. I got to say, I really like it. So I'm not an influencer or anything. I had a Pixel 1 for 2 years. I liked that until it randomly just started like downloading data on its own, and then it wasn't as cool anymore. But this one, after I got everything set up, it's pretty friggin' sweet. So I'm pretty happy with it. I just want to share my happiness. 777 has redeemed Ask a Question. I will have to Alt-Tab to get to it, but I'm gonna do it. All right. 777's question is, Adam, who you got, Warriors or Raptors? I got Warriors. They have the experience, and as soon as they get hot shooting from behind the three-point line, they're basically unstoppable. It's what they've built their entire franchise around and the dynasty around. As much as I don't want to see, and I know this is just me being an asshole, every time it's an American sport, I always root for the American team if they're playing a foreign team. So I'm like, I don't want the Raptors to take the trophy back to Canada. But as much as I don't want that to happen, like it would be amazing to see that parade and how fucking hyped those people would be.
Because it's their first time, right?
It's their first time ever in the finals. And it's just like being a Cubs fan and waiting so long. I know people that waited until like they were 90 to see a championship. Watching that first thing happen is always pretty exciting. So that's who I got. Going with the Warriors. Won't be that disappointed if the Raptors win, though. Right now, Mountain Mingle is in the lead for the track. If we wind up tied...
It's like Christian Mingle.
That's funny. Mountain Mingle.
Just for the Mountaineers.
If we wind up tied for votes, and this winds up saying tied, this one over here that says the factory, that is what Christian voted for, because basically the previous winner has their track put here because some streamers that do this, they like to toss it up here where it's like, if you won, you get to pick the track. So they've made it just way easier to track because Marbles on Stream is like, I think 99 cents. It's super cheap, and it's just kind of an awesome program, and it's really interactive, and I really like it. So right now we're at Mountain Mingle. We'll wait about 30 seconds. We'll go ahead and select whichever one we need to, and then we'll get going with the second race of the night, which is going to be the last race of the night.
Who's in the Stanley Cup, Glitch asks.
The Stanley Cup? Pretty sure it's done. No, is it?
I don't know.
Hang on. Let me think. The Sharks blew it in the finals. They lost to... I don't remember. I truly don't. The Blues. The Blues are in it, who I'm rooting against because they're St. Louis, and I'm a Chicago fan. And I don't know who they're playing, but I hope they win.
Captain Fake Eye says, mountains need love too.
That's funny.
I was thinking more like, the mountain men. Mountain men need love too.
I have to Google it now. I need to know who's in the Stanley Cup finals.
Boston.
It is Boston. I think it is Boston. I think you're right.
Yep,
it's Boston. Series is tied 2-2.
Come on. You got to admit, That's kind of cool.
It's pretty good. It's pretty impressive. You're an impressive lady. All right. We're going with Mountain Mingle. It's the majority vote. Congratulations. Democracy works. We're going to race. Going to wait for the load screen.
Myself.
I'm very impressed with you, too. What's always awesome is if Robin doesn't get enough appreciation, she's usually very impressed with herself.
Well, see.
Exclamation point play to join the race.
Before I met Adam, I could give a rat's ass. I couldn't give a rat's ass about sports whatsoever. So whenever I know a certain player or a certain team that's doing something or any sort of information that's relevant to what's going on in the sports world, I'm just like, look at me, look at me.
She's very, very happy about
excited.
it. She's very knowledgeable now, too. It's pretty impressive. All right, we got a lot of balls on stream. 25 so far, 26 now. If we go above 26, we have more marbles this race than we had the last race, which is always super cool. So I want to read this because exclamation point play washed out a lot of stuff. I think you see it, too, from Shade Siren. It says, I don't do sports, so I just imagine the mascots as the players. Although I don't know the sport, I imagine them as gladiators. It's so much better than reality, I'm just sure. That's hilarious. That's friggin' amazing.
Twinsies.
Clap hands. All right. 26 marbles to race on this stream.
How many we have last time?
26.
The scriptery, if you're not watching, you better be watching.
I'm pretty sure the scriptery died last race, so they're here.
Sweet. Exclamation. Oh, there it is. Exclamation point play. Yeah. Let's play Overwatch later. Okay, thanks, bye.
Exclamation hashtag play.
But not really any hashtags. Exclamation point.
No, that was just
play.
me making fun of Robin.
So if you're on YouTube, jump over. Twitch.tv/ScaryishPodcast.
Make it quick. We're about to get started.
Because whoever wins gets me to send them one sticker or some odd thing that is Scary-ish goodies. And I mail it to you, so it's free.
What's really funny is we realized this. Our P.O. box got taken away from us because we were poor, and I wasn't working. And our return address on those damn things,
all the things,
is our P.O. box that we don't own
address.
anymore. So I'm like, well, shit, we're going to have to figure something out now. All right, I'm clicking start. If you have not yet joined us, you have 10 seconds from this moment right now. And we'll get going. The last person to win in this racetrack was Woo Scarish with a time of 2 minutes and 43 seconds. So if you can beat that, you take the record. And you also get yourself some merch. So here we go. Technically right now, Cat Beatrix is in the lead. But that changes very quickly. Woo Scarish's Ghost Ball is still in the lead. So these ones are really weird because you go up, then you go down, then you go up, then you go down. So it's kind of hard to follow one person. I'm going to show you the sky really fast while I kind of get us zoomed out. So we can watch everyone plinko down. Glitch is there, Chessy Cat, Jang Me, Raisin Rebel. We got a clusterfuck of awesome with me at the front, and Cat Beatrix is following me pretty closely.
Trip7 just said a whole bunch of things that were space-oriented, and I was just like, what? Like, I've seen things most people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched C-beams glitter in the Dar near the Tannhauser Gate. And
is this the speech from Doctor Who?
It's, no. 777 says, it's from the Blade Runner. I've never seen Blade Runner.
The Blade Runner?
I've never seen Blade Runner. So
Excuse me.
that's one of the things I have to see, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Jang Me are racing it out, and Spooky Flea just bounced right past us. Then on the other side is Chessy Cat and Jaxie Babe. These are like side-by-side racetracks, as you can kind of see right now. So even though one person states it's in there, though this states one person is in the lead, as you can see, they could be going parallel to each other.
It's all squiggly wiggly.
Nimbly bimbly, jumping from tree to tree.
Timey-wimey, wibbly wobbly.
All right, Spooky Flea and me, Chessy Cat, Jaxie Babe, Christian again. Looks like Chessy Cat and Jaxie Babe made it through first. Spooky Flea on the other side. Everyone's going to go into this clusterfuck. Hopefully no one dies, but let's be real. People are about to die.
Chessy Cat's on fire.
Chessy Cat made it through. I'm in there. Jamie's in there.
So you can go in the middle or the outside. That's kind of cool.
Spooky Flea just died.
Maybe we shouldn't say they died. Maybe we should say they were eliminated.
Why not? What's wrong with died?
I don't know. I just think it's more appropriate saying people are eliminated.
I don't think anyone's really offended with me saying died. But if you want me to start saying eliminated, I guess I can.
Thanks.
So Captain Fake Eye and Miss Deezy were just eliminated, along with 143 AM. Wild Callie and I are racing it out. Wild Callie was just eliminated. Jang Mi is still in the running and then just was eliminated. It's just not as fun.
Wow, you got launched.
I did. It's pretty sweet. I don't know what's going on now. Oh, wait, I won. Hooray.
You won?
Yes.
That's the end?
That is the end.
That's bullshizzle.
And I might have broken the record. Realistically, Elf Huntress won, because I don't collect on these things. Elf Huntress finished in second place. The Robin Grace died. Then a lot of other people got eliminated, Raisin Rebel included. Beast Nerd, Valley Grills, a lot of people keep falling. Mike Meadows is not going to finish with any points. And I think we're wrapping up pretty quickly here, because either you're going to die or you're going to make it to the end pretty quick. Blanca Bello has made it in, safe and sound. 777's the last one. And we'll see. Nope, they didn't make the jump. 777 has been eliminated.
I'm just going to say, both the new viewers, the new spooky friends that have joined us, won. So Elf Huntress, if you would like to email us at storytime@scaryish.com and tell us the address you'd like us to send your sticker to, that would be great.
So I just need to check something really fast before I start reading this stuff out. Yep. Robin Grace is no longer in the lead at 30 points. The Snark is tied with 30 for second place, because in fucking first place is me with 32 points.
No.
So happy right now. This is the best thing that could have ever happened. Elf Huntress, congratulations on the win. Cat Beatrix jumps up to 25 points. Abe's Monsters at 24. Like I said, the Snark is at 30.
Jaxie Babe says it's Game of Thrones all over again.
That's so funny. Blanca Bella's at 23. Amanda Meadows is at 19. Chessy Cat's at 14. Mike is at 18. And everyone's in striking distance, because if you win 2 races back to back, you could potentially take the lead. There's no prize. It's just pride. And I'm not sure when the season ends. But let's be real, that's pretty fun. So for those of you who won, again, email storytime@scaryish.com. Let us know a place where we can send you some small merch, some sticker, or other thing.
777 says, Alexa, play Reigns of Castamere. Also, 777 has redeemed a question, so...
Cool. Did I already read it?
No.
So it's a new one?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to switch us over to the normal view. So there we go. Going to exit this stuff while Robin vamps it up.
I really hope when we say something like Alexa, play Reigns of Castamere, that somebody who has an Echo Dot or something out there is listening to the Reigns of Castamere.
Be funny. All right. 777 redeemed the Ask a Question. It says, Adam, can we suggest movies for y'all to watch? Maybe make it a Patreon perk for the other pod. Realistically, we've talked about Patreon perks, and one of them was we're going to suggest movies to each other that they haven't seen, but like every, 5 episodes. We didn't decide like the frequency. It's fan selected by patrons. Yeah. And then another patron tier is going to be, we're going to do movies we like and do riff tracks where we can tell you like start this when the credits finish or when like the Universal logo pops up, and you can listen to us talk over your movie, because it's like not enough for us to ruin all the stories we tell by talking to each other in the middle of it. We're going to do that to your movies too. So there's a lot of really good ideas. It's going to be a really good podcast when it starts.
Glitch says, I feel the rains down in Castamere.
That's funny. I like that, Glitch. It's good stuff. I really enjoyed the races this evening, not just because I won, but because new people won and new people joined us.
Shade Siren says, man, just thanks so much for reading so much of my blabbing. You guys are so nice. There's so not enough nice in the world. We totally agree. And we are just thankful and very happy that the community that we built around this podcast is great. And everyone is so friendly and so nice and so insightful. And you guys are just great, and we're very thankful. Let's see. Jaxie Babe says, I would love the running commentary, TBH.
Good.
Yeah, because movies like Hot Fuzz that we've watched 50 bajillion times. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
there's some movies will be so surprised.
There's
like
some
how
movies
much we're into it.
Have so much trivia in my brain that I just want it to vomit out of my mouth while I watch it. So Robin has to listen to me tell her shit over and
like,
over.
Movies like Hot Fuzz, I've pointed out stuff to you that you were like, what?
And vice versa. I pointed out like, okay, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna save it for Patreon content. But fun stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and move us into the outro for the show. Thank you so much to everyone who watched live. We love every single one of you.
Yeah.
So I think that's everything that we have for the show. This was episode 69. I didn't make any sex jokes. 69. So sincerely, thank you to everyone who wrote in. We hope you enjoyed listening to your story. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed it. I guess that's a 69 joke. Booyah. If you want to send us your stories, email storytime@scarish.com. You can also go to facebook.com/scarishpodcast and message them there. You can also tweet at us @scarishpod, message us on Instagram @scarishpodcast, or go to our website, scarish.com, and click on Contact Us. Fill that out. It comes directly to us. Robin, if folks would like to donate monetarily, how can they do so?
If you would like to donate, not only during the live shows can you donate on our Twitch channel, but you can go to patreon.com/scarishpodcast. And those are monthly donations. There's a whole bunch of different tiers. There's a physical tier this month for our $50 patrons and above. They're getting a super, like, kind of spooky tea package, which I think is really cool. I actually went out.
She's put a lot of work into this one. She's very excited.
I've picked specific teas for the specific people that are those patrons. So it'll be fun. When I do those packages, I get really excited, and I do it personally. I go out shopping, or I look for stuff that I want to send these people, and it's very personal. So if you guys want to be a part of that, it's patreon.com/scarishpodcast. Otherwise, you can go to ko-fi.com/scarishpodcast, and those are one-time donations. Those donations go to upgrading our studio setup. If you guys want to help out with that, I think in the future, after our studio setup goal, we're going to do your PC goal. I think that'd be really cool.
Several people have mentioned it, and they were like wanting to donate. Shout out to Ulri. She sent me an Amazon gift card for more money than I could ever imagine sending to a stranger. Even though we're not strangers, we know each other through the show. It's just amazing how much people are very supportive of us. I don't know. I understand wanting to support the show, and I understand people wanting to donate. I get like a little bit like, I don't know what the right word is for it, but I don't think you should have to fund my PC. You know what I mean? I am honored and touched that anyone would even think that that's something they want to do. So I'm going to pick specific components that you folks can donate to if you would like to. And everyone who donates, I'm going to have a little tribute to them on my case.
Yeah, so already you've already got a spot.
Yeah, I already talked to Robin about it. She's like, where are you going to put it? And I gave her a couple ideas, and like, I really think that's a really nice way to remember everyone who would like to donate to it. It's still very weird to me that you folks want to give us money or buy us things. But realistically, I understand that that's just something that's going to happen. And we do need the PC for the streaming purposes, because right now everything runs off of this little laptop, and it's been running so hard for 3 years. And I know at some time it needs a break. It's the little train that could.
Yeah.
Is the little engine that could.
It's a little engine that could.
So awesome. Thank you, everyone, so much. We appreciate every single one of you. We really, really do. And thank you for sending your stories in. And we hope to hear from more of you in the future.
Yeah.
And seriously, if you're going to be in the San Jose area, come and see us Sunday, June 9th. We're going to be very excited to be there. And if you're at E3, Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to be there too. We're going to be posting a bunch of stuff to social media with the hashtag Windows Insider, right? That's what we were asked to do. So it's going to be a good time, and hopefully we get to meet some of you folks. And I think that's just about everything that we have for episode 69. So, Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.